All right, November 18th, way deep in the inner sanctum. It is Johnny Huck's lucky day. In a way. Set up poorly. Alright, guys. Anyway, was dinking around, watching the Craigslist, Facebook, all that. A lot of people don't know I dabble in leather. A lot of people also don't know that at one point I had, there's about 50-ish crafting tool or tooling tools here. I had about 150. I had 3D stamps. I had this. What's laying on this counter is dropping the pond compared to what I had. So, leaving that thought behind us, I've been picking up stuff here and there. I've been wanting to dabble. I've been picking up stuff for the last, I forget how long. I've actually got some belt leather out in the shop. I want to do some belts. I need to do a holster for my one old black powder revolver, a bunch of different stuff. So I'm going to do a real quick walkthrough and tell you guys a little bit about what we found here. We'll start over on this end. Interestingly enough, I'll try and find one of these craft aids that I can pull out. These, I don't know where the guy got them, if he bought them for somebody else or what. The one catalog in here shows 2001. These craft aids are super cool. They're a piece of excuse me a second. They're a piece of plastic with that same raised imprint on it as this pattern. You wet your leather, you lay it down on there like yo, and you rub it. And you can actually see where this one's been rubbed as the wavies. At some point I'll show you a little bit more. There's a couple belts, letter, a whole bunch of miscellaneous, just good basic information. Some of them I might use, some not, but it's good stuff. Okay, hardware. This box, inclusive rivets, one set of hole punches, one rivet set die. This little bugger, I do not know what it is even after looking at it. Duncan leather tool, and the weird thing, I think maybe it's for punching lacing tool or lacing holes. That's kind of what it looks like. I bet you that's what it is. So, bunch of lacing needles, makes sense. It's old school, I've never went that way. Stitching stuff that I won't use. Okay, we'll get into the good stuff. CF Osborne head knife. I haven't used one of these. I've seen different ways of doing stuff, but since I've got one, we'll give it a try and see if I like it. It's definitely dull. That sucker should just cut the shit out of me. We have a set of dividers in there, safety skive, not a bleeding clue. Oh, I kind of like those. Those are an interesting set of dividers. And of course, a roller knife, good for cutting leather. Oddball stuff, some scissors, a couple skiving knives, a groover. A groover. At some point I will do some videos to show you what that guy's about. Edging tool. You take and run it along the edge of the leather like yo, and it rounds it and smooths it. Measuring tool. A lot of times they call these an overstitch wheel, but you can get them with these cool little different patterns in them. So there's 10 of the wheels to go with that. This swivel knife was in the rack over here. The other two were in a drawer with these blades. That is actually for stropping your swivel knife. This swivel and that swivel are nice. Those are a lot higher end knives, smoother, nicer, comfortable saddle for your fingers. For those of you that don't know what a swivel knife is all about, you hold it something like this, and these lines, you run the blade and you cut those, and then you come back and tool. Yeah, no, you guys probably couldn't hear that because I had the thing in my mouth. Okay, so from there we get into the good stuff. bone slicker, slicking wheel, slot punch, strap punch. I keep getting these cute little mallets. This one's got a little heft to it. I like a heavier mallet personally because I really lay into this stuff. Now for the good thing. Nice haul. But like I said, there's about 50 tooling tools here of various sorts. And anyway, when you start messing around and you want to do something like, oh, that poor girl's dusty, something like that, you need all that and more to a point. You can do it with a little, but the more you have, especially if you start looking at backgrounders where you've got these nice little tight ones, pointy ones that you can get into spots with to work into these tight corners and different spots that you're going to be. Very beneficial. Like I said, every time when I was doing my leather work before, every time I made an order, I always ordered 1 or 2 tools, and I had about 150. So we also have a can cooler kit, a wallet kit, some miscellaneous suede leather. This is actually a purse kit, turned out. That's part of it. This piece would lay around it. Oops. That's the side, that's the side. We might put that together, show you guys as an example. I'm going to try and do some leather videos. A lot of people doing those too, but I'm actually, when I try, pretty good at it. I've done some real nice work. So we got some strap leather. We got some miscellaneous stuff that the guy that had it played with. I guess the gentleman was getting old and needed something he could do where he could sit at the house or whatever. And so he acquired a bunch. I'm thinking he might have bought a particular Tandy kit, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. He might have did it piecemeal. I just can't make up my mind on it, because he should have a tooling slab, a piece of marble or something. I mean, you can beat on anything, but I like something heavy. It puts better imprint into the leather. A lot of odd stuff. I don't know. Normally, if I'd seen this much leather working tools, like I said, there'd be other stuff I would expect. Strap cutter, lace cutter. Speaking of lace, this Latigo lace and that, you can take a piece of square leather and use a lace cutter and actually cut whatever color lace you want. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So much to say and so much to do. But we're going to get this stuff out in the shop, and we're going to do a little bit better inventory. And this rack of tools motivates me to jump back in and get with it and do some tooling, because I think from an artsy standpoint, it's probably my major best medium. And I really didn't play with it that much so far, but like I said, there's a lot more stuff I need. When I get this organized more, I'll show people what all's here and why its uses. Just like with the different tooling tools, how each of them can be applied for different things. Veiners can make, you turn them upside down basically, and you can make the boughs on a pine tree, cams and ends for flowers and stuff. It's amazing, it really is. Alright, we're not at quite 10 minutes, but anyway, so here at the Pound, and we're thinking about changing the name, which is going to be messed up because we primarily do car stuff and dog stuff and everything, but I think every time somebody sees Dog Pound, they don't get it. So anyway, I hope everybody out there is having a good day and continues to do so. And we'll show you something else on this in time. More later.